Hey there and welcome or welcome back to the MyWitchAngel channel. I am Angel, and in this reading, you could probably surmise from the title, we are dedicating to sleepy time. So I suggest checking this out when you are about to be going to bed, alright, for your sweet dreams. Grab a little pillow pet or squishmallow, whatever you want to do, because in this reading we're going to be getting you messages that you could be needing right before we go to sleep. So it could just be words, stories, messages for drifting into slumber, or it could be important information for your dreams. So if you are interested though in a reading from me, please go ahead, pop in this emoji into the comment section, and the first two I see will be receiving a reading from me. Without further ado, let's get into our group selection. Alright, since we are going into bed, I know I'm not really in focus for this, I hope you don't mind, but we will be using the Moonology Oracle cards to get the cards for our group selection, okay? Just to let you know, I will be speaking at this volume throughout the reading. At least I'll try to, y'all, sometimes. We can get a little volume spike, I'll be loud, but you might want to adjust your volume now, and then maybe again in your main reading. Group, whoa, it's 3. Oh yeah, okay. I probably won't be too, conversational in this reading as well, because, those conversational ones would regard responses or, conversational responses at least thought of and not spoken out loud. Anyway, for group 1, we have what do you need to release with the waning moon. I'll probably put a picture for you if you want to see, if you're looking. Group 2, you received you're very close to achieving your goal with the gibbous moon. Group 3, you received step out of your comfort zone with the north node here. It's over a star. And group 4, you have your dreams need a practical plan with the full moon in Taurus. So if you're comfortable with where you'd like to go for the groups, check out the description box or the comment section down below, and I will have the timestamps ready for you there. But if you would like a little more confirmation and you are checking out the screen, then I will be popping on some charms for you. I'll fast forward. Give me 1 second. Okie dokie, so group 1, you received this butterfly that also looks like a masquerade mask. Like the top half of the wings have like these slits cut out like for eyes, and the bottom is kind of normal, pointing downwards with little spots on it. It's gold. Group 2, your charm is this golden feather. The end of it, like the pin or quill part, looks to be as if it's wrapped, like it could be part of an earring or some type of other jewelry accessory. Group 3, you received it's not the musical note, but the music symbol at the beginning of like the piece of music. I think it's not a treble clef, but it's beside it. It is also gold. And the second charm is this silver leaf charm. It's very, very quite pretty. It has these infinity loops all throughout the design. And then group 4, you received a silver key. Its handle is ended with a rose, actually. I think it's a special type of rose. The name eludes me, but if you are just into roses, and there you are. So if you are, checking out the screen, I will be popping both the charm and card for you to look at and see what you are called for. please by all means take your time on this. You know, you could pause it, go make some tea, or grab your midnight snack before we begin your reading. So without further ado, I will see you in your vibe check. Bye-bye. Alright, hello group 1, and if you believe you are meant to be here, then what our vibe check means, if you're new, is I'm going to be picking up on you and your vibes, as well as any energies and messages I get from your spiritual team. And I'm also going to be picking up on the card and charm you chose. And if what I get resonates with you, then that would mean you're in the right place. But if what I get does not resonate and does not apply, then that would mean to go ahead and choose another group or another video. So if you are able to, grab your drink, set mine on the floor. Cheers to a good night's sleep. Okay, let's start. You know what I'm getting already is that you might need to release a certain facade. You know, in society, we tend to take on personas that we believe are better able to be accepted and understood by a lot of other people. And it could be for different reasons. It could be for wanting to belong. It could be for safety. It could be for, you know, a lot of different things. And I'm seeing that your challenge might be releasing this type of persona, no matter of what, you know, situation you tend to be in. Because when you are authentically yourself, you tend to be either guided or sometimes pushed into situations and environments where you are better able to freely be your authentic self. Is it really worth to be somewhere or be with someone if you're not able to fully be yourself? What's the point? Because it can be very restricting. If you're okay with living with restriction on your own life, then you know that is your choice, and I will not fault you for this. But perhaps there are those here who might be feeling as if they could be stuck in a certain type of situation or in a type of lifestyle. Maybe even, you know, it could be a lot of different things where you could just feel stuck in due to societal pressures or wanting to be seen as respectable, intelligent, for a lot of different reasons, right? But at the end of the day, wouldn't you be happy? And I think Spirit is challenging you to ask yourself this. Wouldn't you be happier in a place and around people where you don't even have to think about how you're coming across and what you're saying? You might want to move to places or put yourself in situations where that is possible for you. What I'm getting with this snowy background, I'm getting the 5 of Pentacles card. I believe it is the only card that is illustrated with snow in the Rider-Waite Tarot, and it is for a purpose. It is being left out in the cold. The people illustrated on the card are wrapped in rags and are, you know, being portrayed as poor, and their dream, their goal of what they're wanting is right through the window above them, of warmth, of being accepted, of being home, being a place where they belong. And I see that there are those of you who might feel as if they are not in the place where they do belong. With the message of the waning moon here, I am seeing that time is ticking for you to make this decision. It could be like almost being fed up with this and having to or wanting to make the decision on your own to release this mask and be in places where you would prefer to be and be free. And I'm also seeing that time might be ticking for a tower moment, and if you don't know what that means, it means that there could be some type of event where a lot of the reality around you shifts It could be the passing of a family member. It could be something like an eviction notice. It could be a sickness. It could be a car wreck. It could be a sudden need to take a job in a different place. It could be a lot of things that kind of changes your life without expectations. So you might want to be in at least a mental space where you are more confident in taking on anything that presents to you in your life, because you know who you truly are and have been practiced in expressing that. So when you do get to these tower moments, you are able to not only just get through it, but thrive. Let's go ahead and pause our vibe check here. So if what I got just now does not apply to you and has not been your journey, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if this has been you, then let's get into your reading. All right, group 1, let's get into your main reading. I just pulled the Silhouettes Tarot for you, and we are going to just shoot off from here. I haven't pulled any other decks for any other groups yet. I don't know if this is going to be the only deck we use for your reading. If I feel intuitively called to pull another one for you, whether it be more tarot or an oracle deck, I will let you know. All right, so I will do a soft shuffle so we don't have any loud noises. You might want to adjust your volume now if you want me to be louder or quieter, but I will be speaking at this volume throughout the reading. And also, I feel compelled to tell you that sometimes I don't use the cards or anything at all when channeling the message for you. Sometimes in my readings I do have the cards out, but my eyes are completely closed. So if ever that does happen, either I will let you know or I will just remove the cards so things can be better transparent. All right, so first off, we have the 2 of coins here. Next, we have the King of Wands. I know I say it with every tarot deck I pull, but I freaking love these cards. They are so whimsical and fairy tale-like. It's like illustrations out of Brothers Grimm stories, you know what I mean? It's not from those directly, but it just reminds me of the classics. We also received the Chariot as well as the Ace of Wands. We're gonna get one more card. Okay, Spirit, that's 3 more. I didn't ask for this. Whatever, I'll use them all then. We also received Judgment upright, the Hanged Man in reverse, and Strength also in reverse. At the bottom, we have the 8 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Excuse me while I arrange these so all cards, I hope they'll be able to be seen. If you are seeing, you don't have to open the screen if you wouldn't like to. But in case there are those here who want to see everything. Okay. Let us see here. Okay, my eyes are closed now. I'm just kind of feeling out the message for you first. I'll tell you what I am seeing. I am getting a chariot, being pulled across the night sky, like the movie, the animated one, Hercules. I forget the god who drives his chariot across the sky to bring in the night, but I am seeing this for you now, and I'm seeing that this journey into the unknown might very well leave those here in a state of stillness. And there are those who might be afraid that they will not move on from this state unless they do it themselves. But I am seeing that there are going to be spiritual influences in your life that does move you out of this stillness. It can be apparent in a variety of different ways, ones that you may not see coming though, okay? There is merit in planning for the future of what could happen, but one could exhaust themselves when they are trying to plan for any type of contingency and might lose sight in what could bring them long-lasting happiness rather than short-term safety. And this might not be where a lot of spirit wants you to be. I think they would prefer you choose options that allow you to try new things and be all of who you are, what you believe you are meant to be, and allow others to either get with the program or get out of the way, okay? And when you choose to do this, you are not losing those that need to be in your circle, at least not at that moment. For they may circle back, but that is not up for you to decide to control what other people do as a result of your own actions. You are meant to control your own self, your own life, and therefore your own destiny, okay? Yes, that is possible. Of course, our destiny is written, but having freedom of choice always means you can choose to change that. Yes, there are your spiritual team and higher powers that already know what the outcome is going to be, but you need not worry about that because you're going to be where you're meant to be so long as you choose to believe in your own power and not be afraid of losing connections that you might already perceive as necessary, okay? It can be very hard because sometimes those connections tend to be family members, right? And it's of course when you are raised around a family, whether if they are accepting or not, loving or not, close or not, it's your family. So distancing yourself from those, even if they are not good for you, it can still be hard, And I think for those who are in that situation, your spirit is saying, your spiritual team is saying that you need not worry about losing them forever because there are those who don't want to lose them forever, but it could be a temporary moment, time for you to release that connection that might be restricting and hurting your hand, so that your hand may heal. Have you seen that illustration? It was a picture, and it was like the rope that you're holding on to so tightly can be the same one that is, ripping, slicing into your skin. And it could be high time to let that rope go so that you're able to heal and go on in your life, Let's see if there are more tarot cards for you. We have the Seven of Swords here. We have Pinocchio stealing tools from his maker, Geppetto, his father, as he sleeps. Then we have the Chariot again, but in reverse this time. I hope I said it before, but the Chariot is Cancer energy. King of Wands is Leo energy. Now we have the Seven of Wands. The Chariot is number 7. We have 7, 7, 7, my lord. Okay, I meant to read for you this. We have the Page of Cups in reverse at the end. Oh, and a spirit card peeking out. Okay. Excuse me one moment while I take a sip. Okay, my eyes are closed now because I need to channel the 777 message for you. And that message is, Spirit might be screaming, yelling at you to grab onto and hold onto your true divine path, your true divine existence. And that means taking the step forward to do that. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of trust and faith in doing this. It can start small, yes, but I'm seeing there is a pathway opening up to you, either now or quite soon, for you to choose, okay? Doing what you feel better aligns with your very existence itself. It is recognizing your path of why you are here and what you're meant to be doing and choosing to do that, because it could be very different than what you have been planning already and have felt comfortable with, and what a lot of people in your circle has been comfortable with and know you who to be. It could be rewriting yourself or republishing yourself entirely, like this. With our Page of Cups here in reverse, illustrated by this little, it could be Tom Thumb, isn't that his name? Standing on a shell here, and it's as if he's like either putting a flower into the shell or pulling on those, like, you know, that creature that has the tentacles at the end of the sea shell that spirals? I don't know, but anyway, it's as if there is a light that has been placed within you, and layers, right? That has covered it up and been built up over time. And that light is you. It's the reason of your being. I'm almost seeing as if it's a contract. You might want to see 1224 angel number 1224. Anyway, yeah, and it's like there has been dogma of what reality and what you're supposed to be living as or doing, and that has been reinforced a lot in your life, probably not by your own hand. I think it could, for example, it could be, I'm almost kind of seeing like a father figure, telling his child that from a young age, yes, it could be wonderful to be, let's say, a musician, a flutist, and the father knows that in order to be a successful flutist, it's like 1 in a million chance in order for this to happen. So he tries to direct his child into different gifts that they have, that they could build off of and make a life out of, rather than just the passion that they had sparked when they were younger. And I'm seeing it's going to take a lot of time, progress, and effort to get back to that light of why did you want to be a flutist in the first place? It's like there's the message in that aspect of music. It's wanting to share the emotion and the light and the joy of playing that. Sorry for that weird cut off. My phone overheated right in the middle. Oops. Hold on one second. So I just opened up my window and put my phone in the freezer. Okay, anyway. So, if I remember correctly, we're speaking about a flute. And the 777 message. It's also funny that we have 3 Z's here too. This is a 777. Yes, and I believe it is because there is a reason of why people are drawn to passions that have been ingrained with you for years, because you're meant to use that. It is a tool for you in expressing your life's purpose there. What are you meant to do? What are you meant to be doing with all of this information? I think we have the Queen of Wands. Alright, we have some counterpart energy on the table. You're meant to continue being a source of joy and inspiration for others. You're meant to celebrate yourself, celebrate your face. Take pride and joy in what you were made to be, who you are now. Isn't that amazing? This exact moment, we challenge you to celebrate who you are. 6 of coins. And giving equally to yourself and others. Here we are. Did we mention the Tower moment before? For here it is, the Tower. And before that, we have the 5 of Cups. And then we have the 10 of Swords underneath all of this. I know it can seem like a pretty rash card, but all of these branches pointed and perhaps even stabbed into this man or a creature, they are also fashioned to be butterfly wings that are beautiful. And this will be the outcome of the Tower coming for you. For everyone has Tower moments. They're unavoidable. And it is okay to be afraid. But know that what you have worked for, you were meant to gain whatever you were meant to, and whatever you have from this. And you will either choose to release what this Tower powerful moment makes you consider releasing, letting go, or removing yourself from, and holding on to what you know is better suited for your emotional well-being in the future, and allowing that, pain of having to let go or release something kind of form you and like allowing pressure on the coal to become the diamond, right? And I think it's, instead of being afraid and running away from these this tough time that might come for you, it's instead gathering all of your strength. It's the Queen and King of Wands. It is the Seven of Wands, and knowing, you know what? No matter what's coming, I'm ready for it. Because what you have gone through already has prepared you for this. And that is how your spiritual team has influenced you. Let's go ahead and end our reading here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have stayed awake throughout this time, I so appreciate you being here. If you liked, comment, or subscribe, may I say thank you. And if you did subscribe specifically, welcome to the Angel Army. I'm so glad you are joining our ranks and fighting with us. And I hope to see you in another reading, all right? Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to the vibe check section of your reading. For my OGs who know it's about to go down, take this time to grab you some tea or a snack. But if you are new, hello, and what our vibe check is I'm going to be picking up on you and your vibes, as well as the charm and card you chose. And if what all I get, any energies and messages I get, resonates with you, then that means you have chosen the right group, and get ready for your reading. But if what I get does not apply to you and does not resonate with you, then that would mean to go ahead and choose another group or another video. Okay? So let's begin. This feather charm, in conjunction with the you're very close to achieving your goal, I am seeing that your spirit team is saying full steam ahead with this idea, these decisions that you are making. They are saying that you are headed in a very great direction. I'm seeing it's the direction of empowerment, of self, of gaining self-confidence, of discovering your own skills and seeing just how far you can take yourself. I'm seeing that in this direction you are choosing, a lot of people along your path are beginning to recognize the amazing, powerful, positive force that you are. I'm seeing that you actually might inspire a lot of people who interact with you or see you to be free, to make life what they choose to be. For I think this is what you do. I'm seeing that you're a person who is not afraid of failure. You know, failure is not the period at the end of the book. It is simply the period at the end of the sentence. And there are more, hundreds and thousands of more sentences after the one you have just ended. I'm seeing that you can even take solace in failure and knowing that you have room to improve, you have room to grow. It's not over. You can still continue this experience and have actually taken a lot of joy from this and the journey rather than the goal. Even though you might be very close to achieving this goal. With gibbous moon, it is, in the gibbous moon, it's when we are gaining more visions, more views of the moon itself. It's not the full sphere yet, but it is going to be. And I'm seeing that you, dear one, might be a very strong manifester, even if it is just in faith, speaking things of that will come. Other people may say, oh, it might happen, oh, I hope it does. You perhaps might also say you hope it does, but I think you see it will be done. And this is a very powerful energy to be in. For your spiritual team, they hear this, they know this, and they deliver that strength of energy to wherever you are trying to place that in. This is part of how prayer works. This is how part of this placebo effect on things works. Okay? When you believe something can happen, it's more likely to happen. And I'm seeing this is a very strong exercise with you, if this is your group. And so your messages are, do not give up hope and do not give up, for you are striving towards greatness, and greatness isn't achieved in a day. It takes steps, it takes bricks to lay down the foundation, and it takes even more bricks to build the castle. But I'm seeing that you are building a castle. You're not building a shack, okay? You're building a whole entire castle. And I think your spiritual team is very, very proud of you, and would like you to continue. They are right behind you, and they're not going anywhere. Let's go ahead and pause our vibe check here. If what I got just now has been you and sounds like your journey, then that means you have chosen the right group. So get ready for your reading. But if what I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. So for my group 2 people, let's get into your reading. Hello, group 2. For your reading, we will be using the Fairy Tale Tarot deck. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but you are not required to pay attention to or see the screen during the whole reading. You are more than welcome to fall asleep to this reading, okay? And I told group 1 that sometimes in my readings, though I do have the cards out, my eyes are shut a lot of the time, or maybe even half the time, so that I may better channel the message for you. I will be letting you know whenever this happens, if I remember to, Lord help me, to do that. But you are more than welcome to shut your eyes during this reading as well. I will not be speaking any louder than this, so if you would like to lower or raise your volume now, you are more than welcome. At first, coming out, we have the Magician first, and it is also the number 1. I also wanted to say that I haven't set out or pulled any other cards for your group. I just pulled this one right before starting, and we will continue from here. I don't know if we will be pulling another tarot deck or oracle cards, but I know for sure that we are meant to be using this. You received another card. It is the 9 of Wands in reverse. Next, you received the Ace of Wands. I will say this is a very creative energy. The Magician is very creative, and then we have all this Wands, fiery, passionate, creative. Oh, and now we have another Wands card, the Page of Wands. See, and I believe it was your vibe check, right? With the feather and ooh, crap. Where? Yeah, you saw it. That I think, was it the star? Was it the waning? Yeah, no, waxing gibbous. I think that's what it was. I don't remember the message per se, but I do think that whatever you are wanting to, ooh, and then we have the Emperor. These are representative of the number 4, but also that is Aries energy, and that is the first sign of the zodiac. So you have a lot of beginning energy here with the Ace of Wands being flanked by the Magician and the Emperor. Underneath it all, we have the Chariot. That is Cancer energy, and that is moving forward with determination. I am loving this energy. I am. To be honest, I am pulling on a lot of encouragement for you. The 9 of Wands in reverse is telling me that you might need to go ahead and drop down a lot of the guards you might have set up for yourself. It can be telling yourself that you can't do it, or placing yourself in different situations or places that don't allow you to give time and importance to the things that you believe would better suit your skill set and better suit your time. All right, I'm saying that it could be, for instance, like someone who's signed up for a club that requires them to be present, 3 days out of the week for like a couple hours or whatever. And I'm seeing at first, though, this club or this place, it might have been started with all of the great intentions and maybe even wanting to help others, or for whatever reason. It could be for a great reason. It could now be a distraction to what you are truly wanting to do and make time for and plan for. I'm seeing that there are a lot of decisions, new ones that you are either thinking of making or starting to make. And I'm seeing that Spirit is saying that you are doing amazing. Go for that. All of these cards are so very powerful and telling you that you have chosen the right path. You have chosen the divine path. And I think you have even chosen power within yourself and chosen to believe the wisdom that you have learned over your own lifetime. Okay? I'm seeing that you have either, I think, studied a lot of others' pathways, a lot of cultural beliefs, and I think you have balanced a lot of the different information you have taken in, all right, to bring you to pull you towards what you know that you can, what you have created for yourself. It's manifesting your own destiny. And I am seeing that Spirit is saying that you're manifesting the destiny that has always been meant for you. If you have not been doing that or been thinking about doing something new, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Because when you start, you might find that it is so very joyous and so very fulfilling that you're unable to give time to anything else that does not serve you. All right. So if you're going to make this decision, just know that you might actually invest a lot of your time, energy, and happiness into this because it is meant for this. It just plays out this way. So do not be afraid or do not feel guilty of like maybe not giving so much time for other people or being there so much for others or having to tell people no. That can be very hard sometimes, right? Because you don't want to let anyone down, but you have to come first in this situation. You have to put yourself first in creating this life for yourself, all right? Because no one else can do that but you. We have the Four of Wands in reverse. I said Four of Wands. This is the Five of Wands. Ooh, my visions. Okay, so the Four of Wands, I'm seeing there could be a type of promise that has been made that needs to be broken. It can be very hard because I think you might be one to put your money where your mouth is. If you're going to do something, if you say you're going to do something, you're going to do it. So I think it takes a lot for you to go back on that or change your mind and let other people know that you're doing that or leave others behind. And I think that could be part of your challenge, dear one, in doing this new thing or starting these new endeavors, because you might be leaving others behind or might be leaving others out. And this isn't your intention. That's not what you're wanting. That's not your result that you are looking for. You're just looking for creating the life that you would like for yourself. And so do not feel that it is your fault or you will be at fault for being distant from others or having to let go or leave others to their own devices. But so I'm seeing this like your spiritual team is saying, oh, Ace of Wands again, but this time in reverse. Oh, you also receive the Seven of Pentacles upright and the Ace of Cups in reverse. But I'm saying your spiritual team is saying, do not worry about their fate, for they are watched over on their own. They have their own spiritual teams. They have their own ancestors. They have their own journeys that they will be able to continue forward. Their lives will not end, and they will not blame you for your leaving. We have the Moon upright, and that is Pisces energy. But also, I call it Cancer energy too, because the Moon is representative of Cancer. Jupiter represents Pisces, by the way. Wouldn't you know it? At the bottom, we have the Eight of Wands. I love this reading. I do. The energy is so positive and very fast moving, okay? This might be coming very quickly in order for you to start this new life, start this new plan, this new journey. Or when you do start it, you might find that it picks up very quickly, okay? And I think this is probably why you also might be spending a lot of time in this new choice, this new pathway that you're taking, because a lot of things might be presenting themselves to you that you must work with, maneuver, use, or materials. It could be opportunities. It could be a lot that you might have to deal with. So you just simply won't have time to take on any other burdens that don't directly result in the creation of the life you're wanting for yourself. What else am I getting here? This Ace of Cups and Ace of Wands in reverse, right? I'm seeing wish energy. If you don't believe in wishes or haven't tried to wish, you might want to start. It is a very pure and innocent thing in making a wish, okay? A wish upon a star, a wish upon a coin, all right? A wish upon the moon herself. It can be, it can feel pretty vulnerable, you know, kind of silly to let your wish or desire just release into something you can't control, onto something that could maybe possibly work out. Maybe it can be magical. Maybe this does do something. Disney made so many freaking stories, or published so many stories and remade them about wishes, right? Cheers. Wishing on a star. It's just, it has to be silly, right? It has to be. It's preposterous. No one really does that, really. Come on, do they? It doesn't really work. Does it even matter? Well, if there's nothing to be really lost from making a wish, maybe there's all of what could be gained. Do it. I'm seeing that your spiritual team is actually challenging you to maybe allow more magical things to happen in your life and release too much control. For the Magician and the Emperor, though they are very creative, very headstrong energies, very intelligent and charismatic, and very adept and capable energies, they can also be very controlling. The Magician takes all of the elements in their own control. The Emperor, right, you exercises his will and his power to control the outcome of a lot of things. And so there you may have needed to be in this inner energy to start and jumpstart this new journey, this new path for you. You cannot control everything that you will be encountering, right? And so I think they're saying to allow the things that are out of your control to be faced with other things that are out of your control. If you're going to encounter problems that you don't even know if they could be a problem, then allow yourself to ask Spirit for help. You know, ask Spirit for your preparation, ask Spirit for a warning that it's going to happen, ask Spirit to be ready for someone if they're going to ask you some certain questions you may not know about. Just, you know, wish to be ready to be able to accept all of these different blessings coming for you, because I see that a lot of the things that you've been wanting to happen and really trying to make an effort to make happen and really put a lot of your time and energy for is coming, and it is fair because you have done what is needed to be done. You've invested what is needed to be invested in order for this to happen. Okay, the moon is it can talk about you know, it's like the shadows, right? Things unknown. You know, it can talk about secrets, just things that are you just do not know. But you see how she sits with all of the power around her, all of her faith, all of her magic around her, and she looks up at the moon, not in fear, not in disdain, but with wonder. And it's like, maybe my wish did do something. Maybe my desires are meant to come into fruition. I think it's just opening yourself up to a lot of that, you know, happy, lighthearted, pure child energy of magic. It can be sparkly, why not? Fairy tale creatures. witches and wizards, how can that apply in our current life? We have the Six of Wands in reverse. The Three of Pentacles. You know, I'm seeing that you're not going to be able to complete all of this alone. You're going to have to trust yourself to work with others and be open to this. It can be very new and you might not be very good at it at first, but that's okay because you're meant to be learning. We have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles after that, upright. I'm loving this progression. And honestly, I'm seeing with this Two of Pentacles in reverse, you're not even meant to know all the 8 answers. And you're not even meant to have to control everything. Yep, High Priestess. It's having just faith in everything. You don't have to know all the answers. Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. But I'm not feeling too much from him, to be honest. And I am seeing that it's okay to leave things to choice sometimes or up to chance. It's like, work hard in what you want to, you know, see results in. Do that. Make sure you're with the right people and getting the right assistance, but don't try to control the outcome because it can be an impossible mission, you know? Cheers. It's like, yes, you can let's say you might want, like if you're a parent, you might want your child to grow up to be, let's pick, you know, stereotype. Oh, I want my child to grow up to be a doctor. I want them to go to the best school. And you might like really encourage them to do that. You might like already put them in really great schools, but they may not turn out to be a doctor. They might turn out to be a lawyer instead, or they might turn out to be a fisher person, you know. They could be a firefighter. They could be anything. You can want something that you make to have a certain outcome, but you know, not everything is in our control. It's just not, you know. And if it was, that would be so much pressure to have to control everything, and that's just not what is needed. That's not what is necessary for you. You are meant to see how far you can take yourself. All right. Do the right research, connect with the right people, allow yourself to be helped in the physical realm and in the spiritual one, okay? And then see just what could happen. And know that if it doesn't work out in the way you wanted, that perhaps that was for a reason. What can you learn from this? But also I am seeing you're meant to just have all of the faith, all of the hope and desire you can for what you're wanting, because it might not happen the exact way you're wanting, but it can still happen, okay? Let's go ahead and end our reading off here. Thank you so much if you clicked on this reading and commented and liked. Thank you if you have subscribed. Welcome to the Angel Army. I hope you like it here. If you stayed awake throughout this whole reading, more props to you. And I hope to see you in another reading, alright? Bye-bye. Hello, Group 3, and welcome to the vibe check section of your reading. For my people who've been here and know what's about to happen, take a moment to get comfortable, grab a tea or snack, whatever you like. If you are new though, hi, and what the vibe check is I'm going to be picking up on you and your vibes, as well as any energies and messages I get from you and your spiritual team. And I'm also going to be picking up on the charms and card you chose. And if what I get resonates with you and applies to your life, that would mean that you have chosen the right group, so get ready for your reading. But if what I get does not apply, then that would mean to choose another group or another video. Grab a drink if you have one. Cheers to a good night's sleep. You know, I gotta tell you, Group 3, I had to ring my bell for you guys to cleanse out this energy and raise our vibration. Um, but, I'm kind of feeling that's not quite enough. So, sorry, I was just looking for my lighter, but you can use a candle to light this sage. This is what I'm doing now. If you don't mind, may your space be blessed. May your spiritual energies be blessed as well. May your environment be safe and open to all positive things. May negative and dark things have no place in your vicinity, in your energy, in your house, in your life. May whatever you encounter bring you encouragement, strength, joy, happiness in the short or long run. I pray for your ancestors and that they continue to watch over you and your progress. I pray that you also see your progress and remember to celebrate yourself. I pray this, amen. I'm going to have this burn as we continue. So let's start with your charms and the card. I'm seeing that there is a balance of your waking existence and life around you. It is a harmony, and I'm seeing that there are those here who have understood the harmony between all things in life, the push and pull, the positive and negative, the yin and yang of what is all encountered in life by you and by others. I'm seeing almost like an understanding of the Godhead themselves, as is why bad things happen, why do people get sick, why do people die, and then balancing that with why do these people get to succeed, or being thankful for different positive outcomes that you and others have encountered. I'm seeing that you are one to understand that you are one of many. Your story is one of many, and who are we to speak on another person's life? Who are we to tell someone else what they are? Who are we to dictate our life based off of someone else's judgments or someone else's accomplishments? I'm seeing that you are one to understand that you are a piece of a very large puzzle, all right? And you are integral to that, but have probably taken a lot of honor and respect for who you are and being who you are, and perhaps even defending who you are, because you know that there are no others like you, okay? And you know that even if other people don't understand a lot of the time what you are or what you are doing, you know that you are still meant to do it, okay? I'm saying this is a very strong reason of your being, okay? If we're bringing in the message of step out of your comfort zone, I am kind of seeing your spiritual team kind of challenging you to express even more of what you are, who you are, defining that for others, and being confident in explaining and being open about who you are, why you are this, what you believe in, okay? I'm seeing that it can be a very tough road because it will require a lot of people to challenge a lot of the things that they have already believed. It'll require themselves to challenge a lot of things that they've been through. It'll challenge their past, it'll challenge a lot of their beliefs, because interacting with you, a person who is so very connected with everyone, you're challenging other people to understand that they are not the boss of everything in their life. This is a very hard lesson for a lot of people to learn, because a lot of people tend to operate out of the ego, which tends to focus on self and giving the self everything it needs, wants, desires, rather than focusing on self and others, okay? And I'm seeing that you might be one to actually be able to balance the two, yourself and the other, yourself, the income, the outcome. And so you will be, I think, teaching a lot of people you interact with by being who you are and expanding on this, teaching this of how to, yes, be successful, yes, go after your happiness, but also do not try to step on others or defeat others or focus on bringing others down so that they may pull themselves up. A lot of society and a lot of primitive survival instincts has been this. The only way in order to be successful or win or be safe is if you take it away from someone else or defeat that entirely. This is a very old way of thinking, and so I think you are one to bring in this new way of thinking where it is actually more what's the word, preferable. It is actually more beneficial for all to support each other and help each other up and raise each other up and support, in being successful, all to be successful, because then all will be successful. There's no need to be competitive. All right. Yeah, I think you are a teacher for this. Did I say the South Node? This is the North Node. I am so sorry. Anyway, well, there you are, the North Star, making wishes. Let's pause here. I feel like we'll get into your reading with more information there. So if what I got just now has not been you, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get into your reading. Hello, group 3. Let's get started. For you, I have pulled the Tazama African Tarot. So far, each group has received a different tarot deck, so I believe that's what's going to happen in group 4 as well. I don't know if I mentioned, but I will be speaking in this volume for the rest of your reading. So if you'd like, you can alter your volume now if you'd like it to be louder or quieter. And I don't know, I'm not sure if we're going to be pulling more tarot cards or oracle cards after during your reading, but if it happens, I'll let you know, okay? So already out here we have the Death card, number 13, and it is Scorpio energy. We have the Five of Swords upright. We have the Five of Wands upright. We have the Queen of Swords upright as well. All upright so far. Watch this last one be reversed. No, it's upright. The Two of Pentacles. Okay. And then at the bottom here we have the Two of Swords. Give me one moment so I may channel clearly for you. I'm seeing that there are battles for you, dear one. You might find a lot of opposition from people who might not even know you. You might walk into places and find others are defensive towards you, or might even have attacking words towards you, or they might question you, your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas, your story. And it's almost as if they are threatened by you. I'm not so sure if you are presenting a threatening energy or trying to do this, but it's as if when you enter the room, suddenly everyone has to watch out because you could take them down. He might just attack. I don't know why. This might be a very tough energy, actually. I'm so sorry. It's very hard to just want to go somewhere and, I don't know, buy some underwear and somebody's like, who are you? Why are you here? um, you know, I'm seeing, I don't know, there's something with this death card here I'm getting. One moment. Give me, look, my eyes are closed right now. Let me just pull on this. I'm getting an impossible dream here of changing a narrative. It's almost as if, like, wanting to change someone's mind. Maybe not necessarily mind control, but as if, like, it's like, oh my god, I wish I could just make them think this. I wish I could just, I don't know, like, make them do this instead. It could be from one person or an entire society. Excuse me, I'm just rearranging my legs. Oop. That was not a fart. That was my foot, like, rubbing across the floor. Okay. Ugh. All right. I hope that wasn't too distracting. Anyway, but then I'm seeing with this Queen of Swords, you are either this skill has been built up over time, or you're just naturally good at being able to, like, not like not argue with someone, but be able to, you might be very quick-witted, I'll say, and be able to come right back with whatever mess, BS someone is trying to present to you. You're like, excuse me, no. This is what the reality is. And I'm seeing you might be actually very adept and talented at defending yourself, but perhaps that's because you've had to do that for a long time. And I'm almost getting the sense of tiredness, with our death energy here. And a little bit of this Queen of Swords and Five of Wands is like sick of having to fight all the time. Sick of having to be yourself and uphold of who you are all the time, Cheers. But with this Two of Pentacles at the end here, it's like you may choose to stay where things don't change, where things aren't happening. And it's like you can continue in this type of mode of just being ready to fight whenever it is necessary for you, and living this way, or it's like you can choose to actually send a wave of strength towards all who might oppose you. I'll be honest here, I'm not sure what that means. We have two different cards with the men standing on solid ground with the waters behind them. It's almost as if it's like all these emotions can be pent up, and bottled in order to present as responsible and respectable, to be accepted by others. And it's like all of what you're truly feeling is held back and perhaps even filtered so that, like, we don't rock the boat per se. I don't want to make things too high strung or awkward or uncomfortable. You don't want anyone to feel belittled, and you yourself aren't trying to feel belittled either. It's just you'd rather it's like keeping the status quo, you know? There are more cards for you. We will see. Where are we going with this, Spirit? We have Temperance and that Sagittarius energy here with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You know, I'm low-key also seeing the Sun card, and that's Leo energy. And the Sun, we just had some of these. Fine. We'll take the Two of Pentacles again, but this time in reverse. And with him, he brought the Chariot and the Ace of Swords. The Chariot is Cancer energy. Oops. And then at the bottom, I believe, I don't know, the Ten of Cups, but I'm not sure if it's upright or in reverse. I think it's both. I think some here, your true happiness, what you have thought it to be, will be changing, you know? Anyway, we'll get more info as we read. I'm seeing there's a challenge to let oneself be used as a channel for spirit, okay? Allowing themselves to be open and do what their spiritual team is asking for them to do. And I think I'm getting this energy of having to tell someone no, or present an argument towards a collective. It could be a person, but I'm just seeing it's like having to tell a group that they must change their ways or do something different, that they could be wrong, and you might be the only one standing to do this. Excuse me, I need 2 hands for this. It's as if there might have been a plan that has been agreed upon by a lot of others, by this collective, and you might be the only one to see what the outcome is truly meant to be, okay? What you're truly meant to be seeing, what is actually meant to happen. And I think you're going to have to find all of the strength and courage within yourself and feel the spiritual soldiers with you, all right, that's going to help support you in fighting, okay, this group. I think this is a very difficult situation to be in, but there's no reason to be sorry about this, and there's no reason to fear this, because you truly are not alone. Know that I and a lot of others in your spiritual squad, okay, have your back. And I think you need to know that what you feel called to bring up in the forefront of people's minds is actually necessary, and it needs to be discussed, and it might need to be changed, because I think you're coming from a place of what is going to be fair and beneficial in the long run, rather than in the just short run, or what just needs to be changed from what has been passed down for a very long time, okay? I'm saying with this Temperance here, like, you are meant to be that connection. You know, it's what has been bestowed upon you as the person, as a conduit, okay? And then you must choose, okay, to be the spigot and release all of what you have received and all of what you have learned, the knowledge, to the crowd, the group that needs it, okay? And when somebody needs something, it's different than what they want. Sometimes people do want what they need, but sometimes they don't want what they need, and that's going to be your challenge, dear one. feel like there are more cards for you. You might want to look up angel number. We just had these fall, but I don't feel like taking it yet. 1311 1311. I could channel what that means at the moment, but I really don't feel like it. So I will pull the cards for you, and you are more than welcome to pop that into the Googles or whatever search engine you like to use. Fine, I'll take all of them. You received the 5 of Cups in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune upright, the 9 of Cups upright. The 7 of Wands upright, as well as the 6 of Swords in reverse. You have the Tower in reverse at the bottom, okay? So this is telling me that you are meant to be delivering this Tower moment, this oh crap moment, this what the hell moment to this collective, okay? And I'm saying that you are meant to deliver this, but also you're meant to deliver this with our Wheel of Fortune here too, okay? But give me a second. We have more messages for you. Even though some, you don't have to be looking at the screen right now, but for those who are maybe watching at this moment, I will try to make everything visible for you. Okay. Now, let's get to this 9 of Cups here with the 6 of Swords in reverse. It's pulling me. There will be a calm after the storm, okay? You're going to, when you present this, I'm not saying it's going to be something easily digested by this group, by these people. It will be a fight, okay? You're going to have to make sure you have all of the research done, have all of the knowledge you need, make sure you can even practice what you might want to say, all of this, but know that you will be met with opposition, okay, when you present this change or this new way of thinking, this new mode. I don't know what it is, but so please don't be afraid of being being met with opposition, for you have already been met with opposition in your life. We had the cards before that explain that to us, right? And so I'm saying, remember, when this happens, remember, you fought battles before and you have won. And so you will win this one, okay? But it is a battle. So don't allow yourself to run away, and don't allow yourself to be quieted, to be hushed. Of course, know when to be open to listen, you know, to the other side, to allow themselves to know that they are heard, but you will need to come right back with acknowledging that they've been heard and you understand them, but you don't have to agree, okay? And it's because you are trying to, with our 7 of Wands, all right, this is our battling, you're trying to lead them to a salvation, okay? And it's one that they may not see. So you will have to watch your words and actions carefully in order to bring about the outcome you're wanting, because there is the possibility here that it may not go the way that you know it should go. Do not, if it doesn't go the way you know it should, please feel that it is not your fault and it hasn't been your responsibility. It's just you are the right person and we put in the right moment to change this, okay? Not everything can be in your control. So, you know, that is true, but know that if you do prepare yourself the right way, you'll at least know that you did your best, okay? You will know that you did your best and you did everything that was in your power to bring these people where you knew that they needed to go or change their mind, whatever you had to do. You did all that you could have, and that is what you need to hold on to no matter what the outcome at the end of the situation, okay? let's go ahead and pause or end our reading here. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and thank you if you have liked and commented. I appreciate that so much. And if you subscribed, hello, thank you, and welcome to the Angel Army. Thank you for joining us. We are so happy you have joined us in the battle of light, okay, and love and positivity. You in it with us, and you're not alone. I hope you liked the reading, okay, and I hope to see you in another one. Bye-bye. Hey there, group 4, and welcome to the vibe check section of your reading. If you are new here, hey, and what the vibe check is I'm going to be picking up on you and your vibes, as well as any energies or messages I get from you and your spiritual team. And I'm also going to be picking up on the card and charm you chose. And if what I get resonates with you and applies to your life, then that would mean you have chosen the right group. So stick around for your reading. But if what I get does not apply and does not mean anything, then that would mean to choose another group or another video, okay? So if you have one, grab a drink or a snack. Cheers to a good night's sleep. I made my tea so sweet. I love it. Okay, let's begin, yeah? So I feel like I just must point out that, first of all, Taurus is an earth sign, and you received the rose key, which is of the earth, right? Roses are plants. And I'm seeing that you actually may be one to be sought after when it comes to making responsible decisions. And even like people might ask you, quote unquote, for permission to do things, whether they be your children or friends, maybe even people who are older than you. But I'm seeing it's like people might be just telling you about something that they're thinking of doing or think of what they might do. And if you say, oh no, I wouldn't do that, or I don't think that's a good idea, or if you just tell them straight up, don't do that, they listen to you. And it's because I think you are very talented at thinking about the reality of a lot of situations and people outcomes, right? I think you are one to really consider someone's actions rather than just their thoughts, words, or desires. I think you are one to bring up receipts when they need to be brought up, all right? No matter who it is. It could even be to a boss or manager. I'm seeing like if you are being told something and you know it's incorrect, you will speak up about this, and for a good reason. I think you are one, if you are like asked to do something, it better be because it is like in your job description or because you have time to do it. It just better be fair and the right thing to do. And it's like if you're asked to do something that you're not required to, then and you don't want to do, then I think you're the one to hold your ground, stand your ground, and say no, I'm not doing this because of A, B, or C. I'm also seeing that you actually might be very business savvy, okay, with our rose key here. You might actually either seek out different opportunities where you can see yourself grow and prosper, or you might somehow find yourself, excuse that, serendipitously, if that is a word, in the right place at the right time to invest yourself, invest time, invest money, resources in a place or situation, or even a person that you believe will be worth your while. Okay. I'm seeing that there might be a nervousness here or a type of fear to dream big, and to attain the stars, because there might be a lot here in this group who know that making it big or attaining that 7-figure income is not what happens most of the time. So there could be this type of fear of like, well, why even try to make that my plan or go after that if it's not even going to be possible, or if I'm not even going to make it. Like, why waste my time to do that? It's not as if, oh, I can't do it. It's just like, well, it doesn't really happen, so why would I even try? But I'm seeing that if you do have a big plan or want something to, if you want something, a large return from your efforts, then you might need a good practical step-by-step plan, even if it's every single day of getting there, because you have the proper intelligence and even the proper resources to make that plan to get to that goal. It's just you might want to detail it as much as you like and as much as you're comfortable with. So if you do have this, oh, dream big, go after your desires, well, you can actually see the plan for that to happen and then make an effort to do that. All right. I'm also seeing that you might also want to come up with a type of backup plan just for your own safety and security. Let's pause this here. If what I got just now has not been you or your journey, then now is the time to choose another group or another video. But if what I got just now has been you, then let's get into your reading. Alrighty, group 4, before we get into our reading, I gotta let you know I am starting this reading at 12:22, so 1222 is definitely an angel number for you. Cheers. And right when I did our cheers, I saw us at the 12-second mark, so I believe 1212 is also an angel message for you. I might interpret that later, but for now, let's just jump into our reading with these 6 Arcana Tarot cards. You are more than welcome to check out the 1212 angel number meaning and 222 angel number meaning as we continue, or in the background or whatever. But that way you'll be able to see the message for you, okay, with those numbers. One of these days, I think I am going to get that angel number deck. Like, there's a whole deck with the numbers on it, and I feel that it's close to time to be getting those. I think after I move. Anyway, in the other groups, we tended to stick with this, well, not this, but they're tarot cards that I pulled. You got these ones, and so I am not sure, we might not pull another tarot deck after this, but hey, I'm just letting you know, we might get an oracle card, I don't know, but I am letting spirit direct me in this, and I will not be speaking any higher than this, so if you would like to adjust your volume to make it lower or higher, you are more than welcome to do so. And yeah, let's get started. We have the 3 of Cups in reverse. No, not all of this. But we did get this one. The 2 of Swords upright. Oh, and you do not have to stay looking at the screen the entire time. You're more than welcome to close your eyes as we continue, all right? That was the Tower, and I did see the Death card, but that was too many, so... Oh my gosh. Spirit, are you kidding me? Why? Too many energies, too many different energies. If you are watching from a different group, hey! Thank you. I guess that means you are enjoying your time with me. I love it. Let's hang out some more. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. And then we have the 8 of Cups upright. We'll get one more card, okay? We have here the Hanged Man upright, and he is Pisces energy. At the bottom, we have the Page of Coins upright. It feels better upright. And like I said before, you don't have to be watching the screen, but if you are, let me try to make it so all cards are visible. Don't want to miss out on any of this incredible art. Okay. Excuse me, let me just rearrange a tiny bit. Okay. I am pulling from the Eight of Cups first. And with it being flanked with the Ten of Swords in the reverse and the Hanged Man, I am seeing that I think there are those here are making the decision to walk away from something because it is the healthier thing to do for you. With the Two of Swords, it might have been a pretty quick decision. And I'm seeing I'm seeing the separation from friends and family and people that you would rather be around than the current place you are in, or situation, whatever it is that is, forcing you space from the ones you truly care about and the ones you want to spend more time with. I'm seeing that there are those that you are choosing. It's like, I'm gonna go ahead and just choose to do or be in whatever type of way I can be in order so I can be with the people I love, right? And I think you have done something to solidify this decision, but can currently be maybe standing on, okay, but was that right though? I did kind of move a little bit fast. Is this really what I'm supposed to be doing? Is this okay for my future? Is it okay just to leave this behind? And I'm seeing with our Page of Coins here, it's like, well, you can make it so that it will be okay, right? There are things that you can improve on when you do go to this place, when you do choose this other thing, or just make it so that you aren't being held down so much by so many others or so many others' expectations, or just things that are kind of maybe unfair to you, and making you be or do someone you're not, or expending energy that you just don't feel as if it is like used in the right way. It could be, for example, we can take the person who got a PhD in rocket science, but they are currently at a bakery. And maybe for sure they did have a passion for baking, a passion for cookies and cakes, buns, rolls, all of that, and they're like, what, this might have been a hobby rather than a career. And so it's like, doing all that, yeah, you may have loved baking and doing all this, but it's like, I might just be too smart for this. And I'm not saying that bakers are unintelligent. It's just like your intelligence, if you were the rocket scientist, you're probably better able to be a rocket scientist rather than pursue a lot of your time and emotions towards baking, okay? And not, shoot, it takes a lot of, I so do not want to like say bakers are not as smart as rocket scientists, but I think we can all agree not everyone can be a baker, but not everyone can be a rocket scientist. It takes a lot of schooling and a lot of smarts to do that, all right? I'm no rocket scientist, okay? And I'm hella smart, but I think you understand what I mean. And I'm just seeing here that this, I think it's like returning. It could be going back to school for some. Some might be choosing to go back to school, or being placed in a type of beginner type of energy where it's like you're not a beginner in age or status in life, but it's like choosing to do this anyway. You know what I mean? And I think that's okay. it's always okay to learn. Why wouldn't it be okay to learn? You don't want to learn? Let's learn. Expand the knowledge. The brain is an elastic plastic organ. It's always stretching. Allow it to do that. We don't want no smooth brain. We want that wrinkly brain. We have the Three of Cups again, but this time it came out with the Four of Swords. We have the Queen of Wands, the Seven of Cups out here. If we for real have some cross watchers, how y'all doing? Don't do it too much. I want to get a different message, please. I'm so kidding. You're always welcome to watch whatever you want to, especially on my channel. Okay, if you're here and it's resonating, that means it's for you. We have the High Priestess in reverse and the Page of Swords. I feel it's upright, to be honest. Actually, let's move him here. And I guess one more card for you. You know, usually at this time I like to get like the bottom of the deck energy, but I think like we can just pull the card. It is for you. It'll come for you. There we go. And the card that fell was the Two of Wands. So much back and forth in this dang reading. To be honest, I had like this same type of combination in another group, except for the Four of Swords. And I believe the Page of Swords might be new as well. You know, I'm seeing the specific Page of Swords, and I think it's the Page of Swords from the Santa Muerte Tarot, and it's like the card is illustrated with the skeleton man pulling the sword out of his throat, right? And so I'm kind of seeing where there might have been a block here of speaking your mind, okay? And possibly a lot of different aspects in life. And I think it's one is speaking about what you truly desire for your life, you know? It's like, hey, I want to do this. I see myself doing this. And it's like saying it out loud or telling someone very important to you this information. And I'm seeing it's like, I think you know that you're capable of bringing this outcome to you. And I think you would like the support of the people around you to do that. And I think, honestly, they are so ready and willing to do so if you just tell it. You know, the High Priestess, especially universe, it's like, I'm just kidding. I ain't telling nobody shit. Cheers. I'm not telling anyone this. I have to keep it to myself. You know, I'm seeing, like, you feel it so strongly within your bones that what you are imagining for yourself, what you're pushing yourself for is just the right thing. But perhaps others have shut you down too much, you know, or like are expecting you to be this one type of thing. And it's like, okay, but I am so much more. You know, I'm almost getting like a fear of expansion. It's like, you know, I'd rather just let those ideas die than think about it too much, because maybe I'm really not the one who is meant to do that. Though I think it's kind of conflicting, because I think you know that you're very capable. You know, I think that you have attained a lot of what you have set your mind for in your life. And it's due to a lot of your skills and your great planning, right? But I'm seeing with this thing here that I don't know what it is, but it's like, it's too crazy, or it might have come from a intuitive download for you rather than a logical motion for you, you know? It's like, this doesn't make sense for me, so I'm not gonna do it. Yet, it's like a feeling so strong, you know? There are more cards. We're not finished. I believe this might be the last batch, and then that will be the end for now. Okay. We have the 10 of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups, the King of Swords, and the 7 of Cups again. Alright, so I meant to tell you that your dreams hold weight. They hold value. There are some who actually might find that their dreams could be quite vivid, right? That the cloth that you feel in the dream is so soft and is so texturized, you swear it's real. The colors are so vibrant that you can picture it even now. You can even probably even smell where you were in your dream. And there are those who might be afraid that they have dreamed of the future, a possible future, but a future nonetheless. And it's like, this makes no sense. This makes no sense. It was a dream. But listen, sometimes spirit needs you to know things that can seem uncomfortable or go against what you were just living in life. It could kind of be almost sudden, I'm seeing, where it's like, you know, maybe you're not a super spiritual person or someone who gets a lot of psychic messages or whatever, but I'm seeing here that this is quite possible for you, and it might be new, but it's not something to disregard, especially if it keeps happening in your life, okay? If it keeps recurring, it's high time to listen to that, give that respect, because it is all for your betterment, it's all for your good. Of course, you may choose to act in another way and not choose what is meant for you. I will tell you, the world is represented by all the fixed signs in the zodiac. That is Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. And these can be some of the most stubborn signs. They are the most stubborn signs in the zodiac. They're unmoving. They're unmoving, okay? Once they make a decision, once they have set down their plan, that's what they're doing. So it can be pretty hard. It might be pretty hard for you, all right, to change plans or do something that's out of your comfort zone. And I know with the message of Aquarius, it could be someone who's very out of the box, but that's where they stay. They stay out of the box and they just stay doing what they believe is right for them rather than allowing others to, advise them or change them or guide them in different ways. They tend to just listen to their own voice, right? It can be the same for the other fixed signs. And though this is very admirable, all right, and though it might have led you to very great heights, with the King of Swords here, it could be high time to, yes, understand your own thought processes, but we also have here 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the 5 of Coins in reverse. No, oops, I didn't ever say the 7 of Swords. It's time to also realize that, you're not the only voice in the world, okay? You're not the only one who can do amazing and beautiful things. A lot of people can. And I think it's up to you to allow yourself the full possibility of doing everything you like. If you allow others to assist or provide you with information that you might not agree with at first, okay? But knowing it's for the greater good, you know? Especially if it's your own greater good. Following, it's like getting help, you know? Allow yourself to be helped sometimes. It's not as if like you're incapable. It's just no one is alone and you're not meant to do it alone. I'm seeing there is a fear here of giving credit away and not being fully credited for something. But when you have a true connection with other people that allow you to, or assist you, or guide you, or push you, or support you to where you try to get to, when you get there, and as you get there, you realize that just become thankful, okay, for all the people who care about you and where you're trying to go. You're like, wow, I actually appreciate what you said. I appreciate, what you wanted for me and trying to give me. It's just being thankful. It's like, thank you so much. You will find yourself in this way. So, I know there are more messages for you, but we must stop it here. So thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, and clicking on this reading. I so appreciate it. If you liked and commented, thank you so much. I love talking with y'all in the comments. It's so much fun. And if you subscribed, thank you and welcome. Welcome to the army. All right, you with us? You with the soldiers? You with the angels? Hey, angel. So anyway, I do hope you liked the reading. If you stayed awake during whole reading, more power to you. And I hope to see you in another one, okay? Bye-bye.